Right, guys, welcome to today's live stream for the second semi-final of the URC. It is the Stormers up against Ulster, and I'm a little bit late, but we've been struggling with a little bit of power problems and outages here in town, so hopefully it's going to last. But if I do cut out halfway through or at any time during this live stream, then I will get the generator up and running, but I won't leave you guys in the dark. That's for sure. So we now know that the Bulls are in the final and the Stormers are the team to perform today. We don't want to have a similar situation where Ulster beat the Stormers at home today because we sure as hell don't want that to happen today for either South African side. So if the Stormers manage to win, the final will be in Cape Town. If the Stormers lose, the Bulls will have to travel to Belfast in Ireland to take on Ulster in the final. So I'm sure that all the Bull supporters will be supporting the Stormers here today and hoping that that final will be in Cape Town. And it's going to be a tough one. We are going to run through the team lineups in just a little bit here. In fact, I haven't really got the team lineups ready yet. So for some reason, I didn't update that today. So we are going to get that ready in just a short while with you guys. Let me know in the comment section who you guys think is going to win this game. I am going to put a poll up on the channel as well to who's going to win this game. Let's do that now. Who will win this game? Will it be the Stormers or will it be Ulster? There can only be one winner at the end of the day, guys. So we're not going to put in a draw here today. It's either the Stormers or it's going to be Ulster. But again, congratulations to all the Bull supporters out there that saw their team fend off the champion side in Ulster. So, LB asked, do you always go on 20 minutes early? So not today. It's only today, really, LB, because it's such a big game and all the Stormers fans are waiting for this one. I am going on a little bit earlier because there's still about 20 minutes to go before the kickoff of this game, just to have a chat with the people in the comments and so on, and to get the vibe started for this game. So Nick Boyd says, let's have a good game, boys, but come on, Ulster. And then Rowan L says, hi, Guru, how's it going, Rowan? So the comments are coming in already. And let me know who you guys are supporting today. We've got 12 votes already as to who will win this game. The Stormers with 75% and then Ulster with 25%. So let your voice be heard and we'll see where it ends off. Last night, the Bulls got overwhelming support from the people watching the live stream. I think they had like 85% of the votes, even at the time when the game was still very, very close. So, everything is leading to a Cape Town final, but it's not the time to get complacent or anything. So, it's going to be a tough one. LB says, Roos and Geland for the box. I absolutely agree on that one, LB. I think Van Roos has been absolutely fantastic for the Stormers. And in Warwick Geland, I think is the next best thing after Willie Leroux, because Willie Leroux, obviously, his form has been really poor last season. And a lot of people have been asking for Willie Leroux to be removed from the Springboks side. Well, it doesn't look like it's going to be the case anytime soon, as the Springbok coaches have backed Willie Leroux for that number 15 jumper. But I mean, Warwick Geland is the perfect replacement if Willie can't play. And who knows, maybe even Willie will come out and surprise everybody this year with some exquisite rugby. But I just, from my personal point of view, I just can't see Willie make the difference that he has had in 2019. We even saw in 2019 that he had a couple of really poor games, and then he came through for us in the finals. So regardless, he is a guy with experience. But Warwick Geland, for me, is the next best thing. And I know a lot of people say that we should go with Apalile Fassi, but Fassi, for me, is still not ready yet. I mean, he's been out injured for a while, and although he's been playing some good rugby as of late, he's just not in the same standard, I would say, as Warwick Galant has been. He's been in constant form even after coming back from injuries. So I think that will help a lot for Warwick Galant's case. But I do believe that Willie Leroux will get the number 15 jumper anyway with this Welsh test. He has been invited to the camp, and they have been working hard. So I can only imagine that that is going to be the case at the end of the day. So I got the team lineups ready, and thanks again to Good for the Game, another YouTuber as well as a betting site, giving the predictions for all the teams. Is South African, to my knowledge, I think, and it was just easy to just go up onto his site and get the team sheets for you guys. Leslie van der Schuyf says, I'm a Stormer. I honestly think Ulster will take this one. So it's strange how the opinions differ from time to time, because last night nobody was giving the Bulls a chance, including myself, and here today most of the people are backing the Stormers to do this in Cape Town. But we tend to forget what happened a couple of weeks ago when Ulster traveled to Cape Town and they basically got robbed in that last couple of minutes of the game. So it's going to be a grudge match for Ulster, and I know Dwayne Whelan is leading that charge as well for Ulster. So it's going to be interesting to see if the Stormers are going to show up today and absolutely blow this Ulster side away, like the Bulls did yesterday to Ulster. That was absolutely phenomenal. They played with so much intensity, and it almost seemed like nothing could go wrong for the Bulls at times. So, let's hope it happens for the Stormers again today. LB says, Ulster's no walkover. I'm nervous. And then Rowan L also says, what do you think? Who do you think is going to win, Guru, and everyone watching? So I've already made it clear last night, Rowan. So I said if the Bulls are going to win that game against Leinster and they have to play the Stormers in the final, I'm going to support the Bulls, unfortunately, in that final. So I'm even going to get myself a Bulls jersey, especially for that. Hopefully we can get it delivered before the game actually takes place. So, I am unfortunately going to back the Bulls in that final, regardless who they play. But good luck to the Stormers today, as we want to see them in that final as well today. Then Nick Boyd says, Ulster will target the centre pairing of the Stormers here today. McCluskey will be running at Willems. So Willems are back from injury, and I think, Nick, Willems will be up for the challenge that McCluskey will give to them. And then Rivenigo says, I want to see an all South African final, and that could be the case after this game today. This time I want Stormers to win because I have many friends in SA supporting Stormers. A lady who we're always in contact but can't remember her name also want the Stormers to trash the Bulls, so they end up in the old age home. So shots fired already. Loden Bester says, does someone have a streaming link? Unfortunately, not Loden. So I only do the commentary on this game. No live footage, unfortunately. And then Quiver Scabber says, it's going to be a grind, but Stormers for the win. And then Andre Dumini says, Rowan, I say Ulster for the win. And then, so I was wrong about the Bulls last night, respect, but I really hope my Stormers go through today. And then Rowan L also says, if the Bulls win final, I will support the Bulls or Sharks. So just remember that the Stormers done exceptionally well to get to this point, to reach this final or semi-final. And if they reach the final, it will be something extraordinary, because both these teams have been written off at the start of this year, really, after some dismal performances at the start of this competition. So respect to both teams for coming so far in this competition, and hopefully we'll see an all-out South African final next weekend. All right, so let's quickly go through the team lineups here and discuss the team in depth. So we've got Warwick Galant at fullback, and like I've mentioned now before, is that Warwick Galant has been quite an exceptional player for the Stormers side. He played some magnificent rugby before he got injured. He came back from injury, and I follow him personally on Facebook, and I've seen all the work that this guy has done while he was injured. So respect to this player. He will be leaving the Stormers at the end of the season, but this guy's work rate is absolutely phenomenal, and I can't wait to see what he brings to this semi-final and also to the Springbok side when they take on Wales. Sabella Senatla has basically reformed himself over the course of this season. 7-star, 15th player, and he just never really lived up to the expectations for me throughout his time with the Western Province and the Stormers. But this season, he's picked himself up. He's played some phenomenal rugby, and I don't know if it's the cohesion and the momentum that the Stormers have got, but this guy has got a lot of confidence, and he's doing really well in that number 14 jumper for the Stormers at the moment. Ruanel the same, number 7 specialist, coming into the 15th game. He had a great breakthrough season in 2018, 2019, and I personally felt that he deserved to call up to the Springbok side in that time. But I think he got injured just before the squad announcements, and when he came back, he wasn't that great anymore. It took some time for him to settle in again, but he's just been remarkable this season. And so too has Damian Willems. I've never rated this guy as a number 10. I've always had bad things to say about Damian Willems. So whenever he played at 10, I always felt that he was a fullback in the making. But he's made the switch to inside center, and he's been absolutely phenomenal for this Stormers side in that position. And he's now surely got to put up his hand for that Springbok jumper as well at some stage. Leland Zas is another guy that has an exceptional comeback into the scene for the Stormers. There was a time that he was at the Sharks, never got going, and suddenly here at the Stormers, he's been quite exceptional. And I think John Dobson mentioned it about the superheroes coming into the Stormers sides. Guys like Ruanel, Sabella Senatla, 7 specialists now into the side. Leland Zas, Manny Libok, who's wasn't playing good at or haven't got the opportunities from the other unions, are now absolutely superstars for the Stormers outfit. And Manny Libok, so too, has been quite the exception. He's steered off a very good Stormers pack, and he's made the right decisions. His goal kicking has been on song, and I don't think he'll let any team down that's got a little bit of go-forward momentum. We have unfortunately not seen him under pressure just yet, is Manny Libok. And questions will be asked how he will handle the pressure when the pressure will come from the forwards against the Stormers this time round. But I mean, so far he's been brilliant, and out and out deserves that number 10 jersey for the Stormers side. Herschel Yankees has come back from injury, and he just brings that little bit of an X factor to the Stormers side that's missing when he's not playing. And kudos to everybody that has been playing while he was injured and delivered some really good rugby as well. Godlin is similar, and then also the other one whose name I can't remember now, but he's also stepped up. But Herschel Yankees is the man who is going to lead this Stormers side at 9, and his deliveries needs to be spot on. He needs to make the right decisions at the right time, and I think then the Stormers side will be fine. If you look at the forwards, let me just go to the comment section again before we go through the forwards as well. So we'll just quickly have a look at what everybody have to say. Rowanel said, I will, if Bulls win, I will support the Bulls and Sharks. That was the last one. Then let's show the Irish that finals are for the big boys only. Is Maurice Lowe going to the Lions, asking Andre Duminy. So that is the rumors that's doing the round, is that Maurice Lowe will be moving to the Lions with Rowan Janssen van Rensburg coming to the Sharks then. Johannes Payne says, Guru, you normally back the wrong team. Stormers versus Bulls final. And so unfortunately, Johannes, I just felt that the Bulls were absolutely phenomenal. And any team that gets past Leinster at the RDS, you got to support them. Come on. And then Rowan L says, if the Bulls and Stormers in that final, it will be a classic match. Absolutely. A North versus South final. And for an inaugural tournament like the URC, to have a North versus South derby would be absolutely phenomenal. Andre Dumny, however, says it's going to be an Ulster and Bulls final. And then Rowan says, number 13, it's me. And then, yeah, Rowan and Ruan, very similar. So let's hope the box selectors haven't already picked their team, because Oaks are putting their hands up. And we saw last night with the likes of Marcel Coetzee and then Elrich Low, as well as Arnold Botha, had a phenomenal game as well. So I'm expecting Evan Roos, Dion Fourie, and Achieva Diamani to do the same today for the Stormers. Let's hope that is going to be the case. Barry Green says, hi, Guru, how's it going, Barry? And then Twisty Bear says, I hope that the Stormers can do it. And then if the Stormers and the Bulls are in the final, who will you want to win? So I think I've made it clear that I will be supporting the Bulls on the day. And then Barry says, Stormers got to take it easy. Then also Stormers physics deserves credit for getting so many players on the field after injuries. So that is true. So the physios have done their work, and Damian Willems have miraculously recovered from his injury as well. And then Alazur says, hey, much luck, blessings from the New Zealand. ICPT says Stormers for the W. And then Ulundi says Stormers all the way. Benjamin Moses says the final will be in Cape Town. What a rivalry it will be. Go Stormers. Liam Nell says, hi, how's it going, Liam? And then Ian Klopper says, hoping the Stormers style of play becomes a regular approach for all South African teams. It's refreshing and exciting to watch. And I did mention this a lot of times, Ian, before. The Stormers are playing some really brilliant, expansive rugby at times. And the hands that we've seen from them has been quite exceptional throughout the season as well. And a lot of people that have watched my live streams with the Stormers know that I get quite excited when they start moving that ball wide. And it just looks beautiful. The passing skills that we see and the running angles is just phenomenal. So I'm hoping for a bit more of that today from the Stormers as well. So let's quickly go and have a run through the Stormers forwards. We've got Evan Roos, who's been my player of the URC. I don't think any other players had more influence than this guy has had at number 8 for the Stormers side. And hopefully he will get picked for that Springboks side for Wales. I mean, as much as Elrich Low was brilliant last night, I still believe that Evan Roos is the better of the two. And we could even use Elrich Low on the number 7 flanker, because that is where he started, made the switch to 8, and he's been brilliant. And I know he's been favoured by the Springboks setup to replace Dwayne Vermeulen or Jasper Wiese if there's an injury. But for me, Evan Roos just brings a lot more value. He gets over that gain line more often than not. And his work rate on the ground and overall just hypes this Stormers side up tremendously. Achieva Diamani, for me, is another one of those superheroes that John Dobson mentioned. He came from the Lions. We always knew that he was a talented bloke when he started his season. And he just kind of disappeared, made the move to the Stormers, and has become absolutely brilliant since he's been on in the starting lineup. He hits gaps that you don't normally see from a loose foot in the stance. He doesn't take it up physically. He tries to step his way into space, and he's done it phenomenally for this Stormers side. And Dion Fourie gets better with age, it seems. Maybe a call-up for this guy as well. It's just a question of who do they leave out. I mean, a lot of people want Marcel Coetzee in that Springbok side, but unfortunately, I don't think there's going to be place for Marcel Coetzee and Dion Fourie, or left alone both of them in this current setup, with the likes of Kwagga Smith being named the Japan League One top number 8 in the competition, and the likes of Peter Steff, the Tue Siya Kulisi. There's Reynard Elkstad still playing, and the list just goes on and on and on. So it's going to be tough to get them in the squad, but let's hope that they are at least given an opportunity, because Dion Fourie has been one of those players that can win you a game, and he's shown it on more occasions than not for the Stormers side. Marvin Uri and Salman Murat in the lock combination. Question marks around the lineouts for the Stormers this season. They have tended to lose quite a few balls at lineout, and I don't really know where the problem lies. Is it JJ Kotze? Is it Marvin Uri? Is it Salman Murat? Was it somebody else? Because Salman Murat only came in a couple of weeks back. But it's definitely the one area where the Stormers might be in trouble overall in this competition. So we saw how amazing the Bulls was last night against Leinster. There was occasions where it seemed like Leinster was going to go and score, and the Bulls managed to steal their lineouts. Will this two players stand up today? Because both are Springboks. We expect a lot from them. And somebody asked me the other day why Marvin Uri is missing from my lineup when I selected my Guru box. But the reason for that has been simply on the lineout case. They've been good ball carriers for the Stormers. The defense are up scratch. But Marvin Uri also tends to give away quite a few penalties throughout the match. And most of the time, it's really silly penalties that could have been avoided. So let's hope that he stepped up for this game today. The likes of Frans Malherbe, JJ Kotze, and Steven Kitshoff has been phenomenal for the Stormers side. Again, I'm asking the question whether the problem might be JJ Kotze with the lineouts, but I almost tend to think that it might be the problem, might be lying with the locks. But you never know. Frans Malherbe and Steven Kitshoff will be anchoring that scrum for the Stormers today, and hopefully they will be able to neutralize this Ulster pack of forwards, which also are pretty good when you compare it to the Stormers side. We are going to go quickly and read some more of the comments here, and we will see Aubrey Jooste says, hi, I'll put my money on the Bulls for the final. And then Johannes Kutsia says, Bulls 23, Stormers 17. So expecting the Stormers to reach the final already. Ulundi asked question, top reason Stormers will win, top reason Stormers will lose. So the Stormers, the top reason for them to win, I would say, from my perspective, Ulundi, is probably with their pack of forwards. Going forward, they've got momentum and they've got some brilliant backline players that can really bring the X factor to the side. But like I said, one of the top reasons the Stormers will lose, I think their lineouts are the one weakness in this game. And then also, I think that's the only weakness from a Stormers point of view. The top reason to their win, they've got momentum, they've got the cohesion, they've got some go-forward momentum in the squad, and they've got some great game breakers in this lineup. So if they can dominate up front, they will definitely win this game with the back line. And then the top reason why they will lose would probably be if they spoil a couple of lineouts down the line. But that is what it is. So Johannes Kutsia says, sorry, Stormers. And then Musa Boss says, give Mr. Guru a Musa like. He's the real deal. Thank you, Musa Boss. Guillaume Blaurues. And then Ria van Stadenheid from Pretoria. Today, I back the Stormers. And Musa Boss says, today, all in Mzansi support the Eye of the Storm. So Ben Jansen van Vieren says, SA final coming. Stormers versus Bulls will be one huge match. And then Ulundi says, awesome Ria. And then Edric says, Guru, wie is nummer 23 van Stormers? Het nog nie van hom gehoor nie. So we'll go through that bench in a minute, Edric. And he did play last week. He came on as a replacement very early in the game. Andre Dumini says, Ulster 35, Stormers 26. Simslayer says, let's go Stormers. Ben Jansen van der Vieren says, speel Robbie Flack vandag. Robbie Flack is long retired. And then Satisfying says, as a Bulls fan, I'm going for Ulster. Rocher van Plaster says, Stormers 17, Ulster 12. And then Donnie van Rensburg says, if Ulster win, the Bulls won't have to travel for the final, but Ulster will have to. Same if the Stormers win, Bulls will travel, and they don't. So I think you've got it wrong, Donnie. I think they're going to have to travel to Ulster for the final if the Stormers lose here today. So either way, it has been confirmed that Ulster will host the final should they win this game. And then Angelique says, ach, hierdie Stormers a kans. So we're going to stop it right there and just quickly go through the rest of the team lineup as I see Ulster now making their way onto the field, playing in yellow, it seems, today. So the bench for the Stormers, Andre Hugupente, Brock Harris, Neetling Foucher, Andre Smith, Arends van der Reyn, Namakaba, Godlin Masimla, and Sasha Ngomezulu. And somebody asked me who Sasha Komesulu is. So he came on as a replacement early last week against Edinburgh, and he played really well at times, but he was a little bit over-eager at times. So I'm really happy that Damien Willemse is back, but they have backed him on the bench today, and then hopefully Gotland is similar. Will have another good one. It's only 2 backline players for the Stormers, so let's hope there's no injuries during the early parts of this game for the Stormers today, because they do have Andre Gupenta, who's been really good for the Stormers side as well. Nietling for sure, Andre Smith, a lot of these youngsters putting their hands up for this Stormers side as well. So we're quickly going to go through the lineup of Ulster, and it's Stuart Moore, Rob Balakoon, James Hume, Stuart McCloskey, Ethan McElroy, and Billy Burns, John Cooney in the back line. So plenty of experience there for him, with the likes of James Hume and Stuart McCloskey in that midfield, who could be dangerous for this side today. And then the likes of Billy Burns and John Cooney with the experience there for them. Then for the forwards, Dwayne Vermeulen, Nick Timoni, Marcus Rea, Ian Henderson, Alan O'Connor, Tom O'Toole, Rob Herring, and Andrew Warwick. A very formidable pack of forwards here for Ulster today, with Dwayne Vermeulen, the South African sweetheart, leading from the back there for them. So Nick Timoni, Marcus Rea, 2 dangerous players as well, but I think Dion Fourie, Evan Ruiz, and Chiva Diamani will have them covered. So on the bench, John Andrew, Eric Osalo, and Gareth Mila Sinovic, Kieran Treadwell, Matthew Rea, Nathan Doak, Ian Madigan, and Ben Mohawks on the bench for them. One last time, the backline, Warwick Kalans, Bella Sanatla, Ruanel, Damien Willemse, Leland Zasmani, Lebok, Herschel Yankees, Evan Rosa, Chivia Diamani, Dion Fourie, Marvin Uri, Salman Murat, Frans Malherbe, JJ Kotze, and Stephen Kitsov, as we get ready for the kickoff to this game. It is going to be Ulster to get this game underway for us, and it's Billy Burns to play from right to left here on my screen, as the kickoff is quite deep, taken in by Ruanel inside the 22 for the Stormers now. Herschel Yankees controlling that ball at the back, gets it out to Evan Rus. He's tackled by Rob Herring almost immediately. They will be trying to shut him out today. Herschel Yankees again controlling that ball at the back here for the Stormers. And he will be going with the box kick over the top and looking for touch here. And he's going to find it roundabout on the 10-meter line inside Stormers territory. So it's a good start, good clearance from the Stormers, playing semi-final rugby here. And they've managed to clear that ball from the kickoff. And now Ulster will have the first throw into this lineup. An opportunity here for Ulster early on. So Ben Herring to throw this one in for the Ulster side. It is going to be a tough one. Ian Henderson right there. And then the likes of Alan O'Connor will prove vital for him as well. Rob Herring with the throw into the first line out of this game. It's taken beautifully by Alan O'Connor. Now it's Billy Burns off the back. Here's a charge from the left winger early on here. It's Ethan McElroy who came in now. Billy Burns out to James Hume. He's scored by Damien Willemse, just up over the 10, and it's going to be a penalty to the Stormers early on here. Damien Willemse gets the penalty for the Stormers, not releasing by Ulster, and a penalty on the 10-meter line inside Stormers half. A really good start here for the Stormers, clearing that ball from the kickoff beautifully, and now forcing a penalty in defense as well. If they can keep this up throughout this game, it's going to be a really entertaining game from the Stormers today. John Corrigan says Ulster to win. They can't surely have had many inaccuracies as Leinster yesterday. So that being given the reason as why Leinster lost. So I think it was the pressure put on by the Bulls in that game that forced all the errors. So if the Stormers can do the same here today, I think we'll have the same result as what happened to Leinster last night. So the Stormers with the kick downfield, and they will have a lineup round about 10 meters out from Ulster's try line. So the perfect start here for the Stormers, as JJ Kotze will have to throw this one in for the Stormers. Right, first lineup for the Stormers here And I did mark this as one of the weak points for the Stormers, but they've taken it in beautifully through Salman Murat, and now they've got the driving maul going. Can they start to move this forward as JJ Kotze is controlling that ball at the back of the maul? It's starting to move forward for the Stormers now, and slowly making progress about 3 meters out. And here comes the Stormers still, and JJ Kotze controlling that ball at the back. They're 2 meters out. The maul is still going strong here, and they're over the try line. Oh, it's going to be a penalty try as early as that. Oh no, it's been awarded. The try's been awarded. The referee wanted to go up to the penalty try, but instead has awarded a try to JJ Kotze as early as the 3rd minute of this game. So the try awarded to JJ Kotze, and it's 3.5 minutes into the semi-final. The hooker of the Stormers gets the first try of this game. 5 points to 0, the Stormers lead after just 4 minutes of play in this semi-final here at Cape Town. Brilliant start for the Stormers, clinical to say the least. A massive ball there from them with no answer from Ulster as the Stormers get the first try of this game. 5 points to 0. Conversion coming up for Manny Lebok. So the referee initially went for the penalty try, but then JJ Kotze claimed the try and he's awarded it to them. Right, so here comes the conversion from Manny Lebok now. Will he get the kick? Ask Ryan Smith. So it's about 15 meters out from the left-hand touchline. Not the easiest of kick, but definitely able to get it. 5 minutes played roughly in this semi-final with the Stormers now into the lead. Tony van Rensburg says if Ulster win, they will have to travel back to Ireland, Bulls in Ireland already. I thought you thought that thought the final was going to be in Pretoria. So apologies there, Donnie. Right, so Manny Lebok now with the first conversion here of the game, and the Stormers, is leading by 5 points to 0 against Ulster. Taking his time with this kick is Manny Lebok, as it is an important kick, this one for them. And that one is going to go to the right of the post, so it's going to stay 5 points to 0 here for the Stormers. So not a good start then for Manny Lebok with a kicking boot. A dream start, however, for the Stormers here. 5 points to 0 they lead. Billy Burns with a restart to this game then for Ulster, and that's going to be kept in play by one of the Ulster players, but it bounces back into the hands of Salman Murat, but the touch justice team that it's gone out directly. So we are going to come back for a scrum in the middle of the field for the Stormers here. So another mistake then from Ulster, and I think the touch just got that one wrong. So that should have been play on. But either way, it is going to be a scrum down all the way back on the halfway line here for the Stormers. And another opportunity for them to get some go-forward ball. We've got 342 votes already, with 83% of the votes going the way of the Stormers at the moment. First scrum of the game, and let's see if the Stormers can dominate it at scrum time. Warwick and Tom O'Toole, along with Rob Herring, definitely not easy customers when it comes to the scrum. But Kitshoff and Malherbe, two Springbok prop forwards, and deemed this probably two of the best prop forwards in world rugby at the moment. So let's see if they can do this. Scrum feed by Herschel Yankees right on the halfway line now, as the Stormers will look to dominate the scrums here. Big scrum. Oh, it's a solid scrum from both sides, really. And Herschel Yankees waiting for that ball at the back of the scrum now. He is going to get it out and into the hands of Manny Lebok with a bit of space. Gets it out to Leland Zas. Leland Zas, good tackle there from Delacoon into touch, roughly between the 10 and the 22-meter line of Ulster, has been put into touch. So simple defense there for Ulster after about 7.5 minutes of play. 5 points to 0, the Stormers lead. Right. Bulls are fuss. As Sharks fan, don't support the Bulls ever. Well, I'm a Sharks fan and I support the Bulls. So I've got you wrong there already, Bulls are fuss. So Rob Herring with the throw into this lineup for Ulster now. And it's important that they get their first lineup correct as well. It's taken by O'Connor, and they tried to do a driving ball, but they're not going anywhere. It's been driven back by the Stormers, and Jan van Roos disrupting them there, so they have to get it out, and then now they're starting to get some go-forward ball right on the 22-meter line here for Ulster. There's John Cooney waiting to kick this ball for them, and he goes for the box kick over the top. Delacoon is chasing after this, but Leland Zas beautifully underneath it, brought down between the 10 and the halfway line inside Ulster's half. Now it's Jan van Roos. He's going to set it up on a 10-meter line here for the Stormers. Now Herschel Yankees back to Marvin Uri. Oh, he's been driven back in the tackle there. Great defense from Ulster. Now Herschel Yankees, Manny Lebok out to Salman Murat. He's caught just up over the halfway line in the middle of the field here. Comes back to Warwick Kaland, looking for a bit of space in the back, but beautifully read by Delacoon. He slips before he gets the pass out to Billy Burns. Now it's the kick downfield there by Stuart Moore. Looking for space, finds Manny Lebok, who's going to go high up into the air here. Oh no, he's going to throw a little dummy and now tries to run it up to the halfway line. A little bit isolated as the Stormers here, and a giveaway a penalty. So Manny Lebok just indecisive there at the smallest of margins and gives away the penalty after he tried to run it himself. Penalty to Ulster. Right on the halfway line, round about 5 meters from the left-hand touchline here for Ulster now. An opportunity for Ulster now to set up a good attacking lineup. Billy Burns goes to touch, and not the desired touch finder there for him as he finds touch 5 meters outside of the Stormers 22. Let's see if Ulster can get something going here from this lineup. Rob Herring with the throw-in. Finds a goal. It's been stolen by the Stormers this time. Now Herschel Yankees out to Dion Fourie. Dion Fourie sets it up beautifully between the 22 and the 10-meter line. Now Herschel Yankees, Marvin Uri again. Just short of the 10-meter line. Inside Stormers half. Big counter ruck here from Ulster as they turn that ball over. And it is going to be a scrum down to the Stormers there for a little knock-on from Ulster. So was deemed a knock-on there by Ulster. It's going to be a scrum down to the Stormers then, roundabout on the 10-meter line. Let's just see. It looked like he was going to give the scrum to them, and it's going to be Ulster's put into the scrum here, just up over the 10-meter line of the Stormers. So a chance now again for Ulster after 11 minutes of play in this game. Well, in fact, it's going to be, I think, it's going to be a Stormers put in. So a little knock-on from Ulster then. Yeah, there's the knock-on. Saw in that replay by Ian Henderson. Then a little bit of Archie was going on there between the two teams, but that was resolved really quickly as well. Right, so 11 minutes gone in this one. It's 5-0 to the Stormers as they've got a scrum here, roundabout on the 10-meter line inside their own half. They've been clinical so far, the Stormers side. They've cleared the ball when needed to, and also took the points when it was on offer. So hopefully this will continue for the rest of the game. 67% possession going the way of the Stormers so far. So dominating this opening 10 minutes of the game. Scrum fed in here by Herschel Yankees now. Another solid scrum from the Stormers. But Ulster not backing down out of that challenge. Herschel Yankees, Manny Lebok now gets the pass out to Ruanel. Ruanel up to the halfway line. Now needs support. Gets it. Now Herschel Yankees again. Out it comes to Jan van Roos. He's stopped by Timoni really quickly. Now Herschel Yankees changes the direction to Manny Lebok. Warwick Galant gets man and ball. Gavin Newman scored him, and the Stormers are going backwards, but it's going to be a penalty against Ulster for offside. So a chance for the Stormers to clear their lines yet again. Between the 10 and the halfway line inside the Stormers half. It's a penalty to the Stormers again. Great stuff here from the Stormers. Discipline from Ulster not good at the moment. And to be quite honest, it does look like the Stormers are going to have the upper hand over Ulster today after the first 13 minutes of this game. It does look like the Stormers aren't up for it physically. And they are looking to run it. So that kick goes out, run about 5 meters inside the 22 of Ulster. And a chance now for the Stormers again. Ryan Smith says you have to say Bull showed quality despite odds against him. Absolutely. Right, so line out for the Stormers then. JJ Kotzer to throw this one in for the Stormers. And a great opportunity here for them. The backing of the supporters here today. A lot of people here at Cape Town don't have the exact numbers, but they've showed up in the numbers to support their home side here today. Right, Kotze throws it in, finds Chiva Diamani now. Hier van Roos gets the pass out to Herschel Jantjies, back to hier van Roos. And here comes another try for the Stormers. A magnificent set play move. And like last night we saw the Bulls, the Stormers have got some tricks up their sleeve today. Brilliant stuff from the Stormers. A brilliant set play move. Quick hands between hier van Roos and Herschel Jantjies. And they get the second try for the Stormers. Brilliant stuff. Wow. Just confusing the runners of Ulster there with a set play move and some brilliant work from hier van Roos as well as he gets over for the Stormers' second try of the game. Brilliant stuff from the Stormers. 12 points to 0, well, 10 points to 0, sorry, with the conversion coming up now. So the Stormers are taking the initiative here very early on in this game and showing who's boss in this opening 14 minutes of the game. It's Matty Libbok now from about 5 meters out from the right-hand touchline. Can they get this conversion as well? So 10 points to 0. The Stormers are leading the semi-final here. About 14 and a half minutes gone in this game. Matty Libbok with the conversion attempt for the Stormers. But after 15 minutes, it looks like the final will be coming to Cape Town. We'll have to wait and see. Right, so Matty Libbok again taking his time with this conversion attempt here for the Stormers. And looking really good for them at the moment. The conversion is not going to kill in. So it goes to the right again. So 4 points wasted there. But 10 points to 0, the Stormers lead this semi-final game here between the Stormers and Ulster. Brilliant move again from the Stormers. And hopefully this will continue for them. The restart taken by Herschel Jantjies inside the 22 gets it out to Warwick Galant, who puts it on the boot and going to find touch roundabout on halfway here, as it will be an Ulster throw into this lineout. Well, Moves and Bars have summed it up. 700 souls watching, only 30 likes. Come on, Mr. Guru, need more love potion. So press that like button and subscribe to the channel if you're new. Right, so Rob Herring with a throw into this line out now for Ulster. It goes to the front to Ian Henderson. That maul has been brought down. But yeah, and it's going to be a penalty to Ulster. So illegally done by Salman Murat on that occasion. And a chance now again for Ulster. Yeah, let's hope that kicks don't come to bite us, Sandman. It's 4 points wasted already, but two very difficult kicks, but they need to go over. Right, so touch found roundabout on the 22-meter line of the Stormers. And a good attacking opportunity now for Ulster. Rob Herring with the throw in to this. Well, in fact, it's about 10 meters out. So Rob Herring with the throw in, finds O'Connor at the front, and here comes the driving maul now from Ulster. Can they get something going for them as well? Rob Herring controlling that ball at the back of the maul. Now he's cut off, and Herschel Jantjies makes the tackle, but offside from them. So penalty advantage to Ulster. 10 meters out now. Here comes Billy Burns, gets it out. Now there's a long cut pass to Delacoon, and Delacoon is going to score for Ulster in the corner, and they're right back into this game. The Stormers say there's a forward pass, but the try has been awarded. So 10 points to 5 it's going to be. And question asked here about that pass. Let's have a look. Oh, that's miles forward. Miles forward. So I'm guessing that we are going to come back for the original penalty then. So 10 points to 0 it is. They are going to go upstairs for this one. So regardless, the TMO will have to decide. But from my angle, it does look miles forward. Forward out of the hand, and definitely forward into the hands of Delacoon. So let's just have a look here. If, yeah, no, that's definitely, there's no way you can rectify that and say that it's not forward. So, well, in fact, the try has been awarded, so I can't believe it. But 10 points to 5 it is then, with the conversion to come. Oh, dear. 10 points to 5 it is then for Ulster. And John Cooney is going to convert, well, try and convert this one for Ulster. Conversion coming up for John Cooney now. And that one is going to hit the upright and off. So the scoreboard will remain 10 points to 5 here. Right, so the restart taken in by the Stormers, and it's Ulster now inside their own 22, just working it through the forwards now. John Cooney is waiting for it, now working it through Tom O'Toole. Tom O'Toole inside the 22 of Ulster now, just setting it up again for them as John Cooney now goes to the box kick over the top from inside his 22. It is going to be collected by Manny Libbok. Now comes out to Warwick Kalan. Warwick Kalan with a bit of space now. Can he get the pass out? Cuts back inside with Leland Zas up to the 10-meter line. Here comes the Stormers now. Herschel Jantjies cuts off. Manny Libbok on a loop around back to Warwick Kalan. He's going to put in a little grubber kick. That one is going to roll and it's going to find touch. But I think it's not going to be a 50-22 as the ball was carried back into the half of the Stormers. So it's going to be a line out to Ulster. About 10 meters from their own try line. So let's have a look if Ulster can get out of this situation here. Rob Herring now to throw this one in for Ulster. It's 10 points to 5 at the moment. The Stormers are leading this game. Here comes the throw in from Rob Herring. It goes to the back, collected by Dwayne Vermeulen, but it was sloppy from Ulster, but they've secured it somehow. And a penalty goes the way of Ulster as there's not rolling away, well, not releasing is the call against the Stormers there. So Dion Fourie gives away the penalty on that occasion, trying to steal that ball. Right, so Billy Burns now with the kick downfield here for Ulster. 21 minutes gone in this game. 10 points to 5. The touch finder on the 10-meter line inside Ulster's half now. And Charlene Janssen says that the ITMO is corrupt. Yeah, I also think so because think that ball travelled miles forward, but regardless, it's 10 points to 5 at the moment. So far, the lineouts have been pretty solid, Ryan. No problems from the Stormers. Ian Henderson takes that line out, and here comes the driving maul from Ulster now. Roundabout on the halfway line here. About 10 meters from the left-hand touch line. John Cooney waiting for that ball to come out. He's going to go with the box kick over the top, and the chase is coming now from Ulster. Sinatla underneath that ball, beautifully taken by him. 5 meters outside of the 22 of the Stormers now. Herschel Yankees waiting for it. Now comes back to Salman Murat. Salman Murat just sets it up for the Stormers right just outside the 22. Herschel Yankees now again. He's going to go with the box kick over the top, and here comes the chase from Sinatla now. Sinatla after that ball, but it bounces into the hands of John Cooney right on the halfway line for Ulster now. Taken by Warwick. Tom O'Toole now sets it up just inside the Stormers' half. Penalty to the Stormers, and brilliant work done there. This time by Stephen Kitshoff, trying to steal that ball, and Ulster pin for not releasing. So 23 minutes gone in this one. 10 points to 5 it is. And the Stormers now have got a penalty here. An opportunity to set up a really good attacking lineup from here. There are some people asking me to show the game. I can't do that. I will get banned from YouTube. So the Stormers finds touch round about 5 meters outside of the 22 of Ulster now. And a good chance for them to add to their total. Already 2 tries by the Stormers here today. And looking really good at times throughout this game. So possession 56% as well as territory 54 to the Stormers. Still dominating this game. Here they come, Damian Willemsen now off the back. That ball was overthrown to him. Herschel Yankees now Kitshoff. Kitshoff sets it up 5 meters inside the 22 of Ulster, right in the middle of the field. Now it's been knocked on by Herschel Yankees. And here's the kick downfield from Ulster, taken by Warwick Gelant now. And we will be coming back for that knock on. I personally feel that should have been a penalty, as that ball was slapped out of Herschel Yankees' hands, really. Let's have a look. Well, no, it's fine. He had the ball. The ball was out, and the defender just did his work. So it's going to be a scrum down to Ulster right on the 22-meter line inside Ulster's territory. Right, scrum down to Ulster in. Right on the 22-meter line in the middle of the field inside Ulster's territory. 10 points to 5. The Stormers are leading this game 2 tries to 1 at the moment. Both kickers missing their conversions so far this game. Right, first they need to clear this ball now as Ulster from their own 22. John Cooney to feed this ball in for Ulster. Another solid scrum from both sides as John Cooney gets it out now to the fullback who puts it on the boot. Not going to find touch into the hands of Warwick Gelant now on the 10-meter line inside Stormers territory. He runs sideways now, goes to the kick. A little kick through the middle. The bounce of the ball nearly kind to the Stormers, but John Cooney has collected that ball and beats around 3 defenders, but running sideways as well. Now Billy Burns with a little chip kick over the top. He's collected his own ball, and he has the chase from Ulster now. Inside the 22, he recollects it about 5 meters out from the try line, and Dion Farias managed to pick that up for the Stormers now. A try-saving move there from Dion Farias, really, to recollect that ball. Now Herschel Yankees out to Jeff van Roos. Stormers in trouble here, 5 meters out from their own try line. As Herschel Yankees now got this ball at the back of the struck. Will he go with the box kick over the top himself? Looks like it. And he's going to look for touch here. And is not going to get it. The bounce of the ball does so. And it's about 5 meters outside of the 22 of the Stormers. Dwayne Vermeulen letting that ball bounce for some reason. And it will be an Ulster line out. 5 meters outside of the 22. Ulster looking dangerous with that little chip kick over the top from Billy Burns. recollected on both occasions was the fly-off, and some great work done by Dion Fourie to cover back and get that ball for the Stormers. Just some injury attendance to Dion Fourie as well as Billy Burns. So I think Dion might be going for a head assessment test here as he leaves the field. So it's not the greatest of news for the Stormers here at the moment. Hopefully he will return to the field. So we'll just have a look how bad it really was. So Billy Burns got it back, put the little chip kick over the top again. Then the chase came. He got the ball back again. The offload hitting Sinatla's leg, and then Dion Fourie went after it, but they don't show where he actually gets injured. So we'll have to assume that it's not that serious. Sharkbrain asking how Dwayne Vermeulen is playing. So he hasn't seen a lot of the ball so far, is Dwayne Vermeulen. He's just doing the basics right at the moment, but nothing spectacular from him so far. Oh, it was the elbow of one of the Ulster players that hit Dion Fourie straight in the face. So that was the reason behind him going for that head assessment test. Ryan Smith says, Pulse say 85% to the Stormers. Right, so Ulster with a throw in here, 5 meters outside of the 22 of the Stormers. Galant is playing well so far. Herring with the throw in finds Dwayne Vermeulen now off the back. Herring again gets it out to McCloskey. Takes it up to the 22-meter line for Ulster now, right in the middle of the field. Tom O'Toole. Ulster on the attack here from the 22, John Cooney. McCloskey again driven back in the tackle by Achieva Diamani. They've lost a bit of ground as Ulster now between the 22 and the 10-meter line. Taken up again by Dwayne Vermeulen. Now it's John Cooney, Billy Burns, Gavin Hume out to Delacoon. Delacoon gets the offload beautifully here to the fullback, and he's going to run it in for an easy try for Ulster again. Not good defense down that occasion as Stuart Moore gets the second try for Ulster and has set up the conversion kick right in front here for Ulster. And Ulster should be taking the lead for the first time in this game today. So Ulster's hit back beautifully. The defensive efforts there from the Stormers non-existent on that occasion. Balakoon drawing 3 players and then getting the offload to Stuart Moore for the try to Ulster. Stormers will have to improve. Try time to Ulster as they dot down for their second try of this game. And nothing wrong with that one on this occasion. 28 minutes played in this first half. 12 minutes to go in the first half. And John Cooney will now have to convert this one for them. Christoline Becker says Ulster win by 15 today. And then Ziggy says, Lekker Ulster. Peter Lowry says, stuff them. And then Kate Holmes says, take the L Stormers. So plenty of support there for Ulster as well. 11 minutes to play in this first half. John Cooney now with the conversion attempt. And that one is going to go straight through the middle. So Ulster into the lead for the first time in this game by 12 points to 10. Ulster leading the semi-final by 12 points to 10 with about 11 minutes to go in this first half. Can the Stormers hit back? Right, so Manny Lebok then with the restart here to this game then. Just taking his time with this kick is Manny Lebok. Stormers need to regroup here. Restart taken by Stuart Moore inside the 22 here of Ulster. Good defense from the Stormers on that occasion. Just John Cooney getting it up to Tom O'Toole. Still inside the 22 is Ulster at the moment. John Cooney controlling that ball, but the Stormers trying to disrupt this ruck, but with no success as John Cooney gets that ball away. Delacoon chasing after it, but the bounce of the ball is going to Ulster again as Damoni gets it, but it's been knocked on by Warwick on the halfway line, and it will be a scrum down to the Stormers on the halfway line. Well, All the momentum now shifting to Ulster in this game with 10 minutes to go in this first half. Namakaba on the field for Dion Fourie, who's gone for a head assessment test. So Warwick knocking that ball backwards and then collected by Timoni. But just a knock on actually from Dwayne Vermeulen on that occasion. So helping out his former team a little bit there. As the Stormers now got a scrum right on halfway. 9 minutes to play in this first half. 12 points to 10. Ulster leading at the moment. But the Stormers got possession with 52%. And I'm guessing that they also got the territory at the moment. Herschel Yankees with a feed to the scrum. Controlled and worked really well by the Stormers forwards now. They need to get this out. Herschel Yankees out to Manny Libbok. Out the back door to Damien Willems. Puts in a little kick downfield. But it's going to be well collected by Stuart Moore. Inside the 22. Makes the mark. And an easy clearance kick coming up for Ulster now. Benjamin Moses says that was Ulster's last score. Watch after the break. So Stuart Moore is going to kick this downfield for Ulster now. 8 minutes left in this first half. That kick is not going to find touch into the hands of Damien Willems. Now Manny Libbok with the high kick chase coming from Damien Willems now. But underneath that, Stuart Moore, he gets hammered in the tackle by Damien Willems. Here's a counter ruck from the Stormers. Can I get this ball? No, it's coming back for Ulster. Comes out and Sanatla quickly onto that tackle. Now it's John Cooney waiting for that ball at the back of the ruck, about 5 meters outside of the Ulster 22. Looks like he's going to go the box kick over the top. Here comes the chase from Ulster. Will the Stormers get this one? It bounces into the hands of Salman Murat, just inside half of Ulster now. Herschel Yankees waiting for it at the back. Van Roos just closing that ball down. And it looks like Herschel Yankees are going to go with the box kick as well here. Oh, that ball is out. And it's going to be a penalty against the Stormers there for playing the play without the ball. So great work there from, well, in fact, no, it's a Stormers penalty. So it's against Ulster there. He did show the penalty to Ulster for a second and then changed it to the Stormers side. So chance maybe here for Manny Libbok to put the Stormers back into the lead. It's 5 meters inside the half of Ulster. But Manny Libbok has decided against it, and it's going to be a kick to the corner here for the Stormers with 7 minutes to play in this first half. Peter Lowry asked, do you know yet what SAFTA means? No, I don't, Peter Lowry. Please inform me. Right, so the line out 5 meters out from the try line here, and a great opportunity for the Stormers. So I think it was against Timoni there for falling off his feet, or off his feet there was the original penalty for against Ulster. So here comes JJ Kotze now with a throw in 5 meters out from the try line. An opportunity here. And it seems like Leland Zas also leaving the field here. He might also be going for a head assessment test. So Gotland was similar onto the field. And this is a little bit worrying for the Stormers. Here comes the driving maul now from the Stormers from this line out. Chiba Diamani took that in. But the Stormers are going backwards at the moment. JJ Kotze now trying to get this going again for the Stormers. They're about 5 meters out from the try line now. Herschel Yankees will have to get this one out now. Comes to Van Roos. Roos sets it up about 7 meters out from the try line, right under the post here. Now Chiba Diamani. Tackled by Ian Henderson. Quick ball needed again. Comes back now. Ruan Nell tries to straighten it up for the Stormers here. Now Herschel Yankees back to Chiba Diamani. Tries to step out of tackle. Not going anywhere. The Stormers are going backwards now. 15 meters out from the try line. Kitsov sets it up for the Stormers. Good defense from Ulster. Now Manny Libbok cuts back inside to Damien Willems. Changes the direction. Tries to spin out of one tackle about 10 meters out from the try line. Herschel Yankees again now gets it out to Warwick Guru. He's a double tackle there by Ulster. About 10 meters out from the try line. Chiba Diamani out to Kitsov. Now there's a knock on from JJ Kotze. and it's going to be advantage to Ulster now. As John Cooney's got his hands on the ball at the back of the ruck, gets it out to Billy Burns, who puts it on the boot, and he's going to find clearance roughly about 5 meters outside of the 22 here. So 4.5 minutes to go. It's still an opportunity for the Stormers, but defensively, Ulster has been brilliant. Some great defensive effort there from Ulster, from about 10 meters out from their own try line, has done really well. Right, so JJ Kotze now with a throw into this line out for the Stormers on the 22-meter line. JJ throws it in, and he is going to go to the back to Achiever Diamani again now off the back. JJ Kotze to Ian van Roos. Roos makes a bit of headway to about 10 meters out. Now it's taken up by Namakaba. Now Herschel Yankees back. It comes to Ruanel. Tries to cut back inside, but the rush defense from Ulster really good at the moment. Trying to disrupt the Stormers' attack here. Herschel Yankees. Now Frans Malhabra, Money Libok. Damien Willems gets the pass out to Chiba Diamani. The pass out to Godlin Masimla. Cuts back inside. 5 meters out now is the Stormers. Herschel Yankees, Salman Murat. Sets it up about 7 meters out from the try line here for the Stormers. Now Herschel Yankees waiting again. Gets it out to Ian van Roos. He sets it up. Double sandwich there by the Ulster defense. Now Willemse sets it up about 4 meters out from the try line. Right under the sticks now, Marvin Urey. Marvin Urey sets it up again for the Stormers now. Herschel Yankees comes back now. Manny Libok. Libok throws a little dummy. Tries the miracle offload to Ian van Roos, but he gets it on the back foot, driven back in a tackle now. 10 meters out is the Stormers again. Now it's Warwick Galant gets the pop pass out to Ruanel. It's a little bit sloppy from the Stormers now as they set it up still about 10 meters out. Herschel Yankees, they're right on the left-hand side of the field now. Namakaba takes it up. Herschel Yankees again waiting for it. Now comes back to Manny Libok. Libok going for the drop goal. And it's not gone over. So it is going to be then a 22-meter restart then for Ulster. Manny Libok going for that drop goal, but not successful on that occasion. So very unfortunate there for him as that goes to the right of the posts, unfortunately. So it looks like, it doesn't look like Leon Zuss. Will he come back on the field? We'll have to wait and see. But for now, it's going to be a 22-meter restart. Right, so 2 minutes to go in this first half, and there's just a stoppage in play and a little bit of an injury break to them as we try and get things sorted out here. 12 points to 10 it is at the moment. Stormers are trailing by 2 points at the moment. Sharkbrain says a drop goal, really? This is early in the game. Andre Barnard says that is teamwork, Stormers. Right, so 37 minutes gone in this one, and we'll have to wait and see what happens. So just an injury break. We are definitely going to have a 22-meter restart then. Willem Jack says, don't all of a sudden want to blame Libok. There's 15 players on the field. Absolutely. So if it went over, it would have been a Stormers lead going into the closing of the first half. Etienne Niemann says, Bulle wag seker in Ierland op die lughawe. So it's not over until it's over, you know. Warwick Galant in trouble here as there is a replay showing an indiscretion from him. So they might be going upstairs to have a look at this. And Warwick Galant could be in trouble for a tip, well, not for a tip tackle, but yeah, basically a tip tackle. So we'll see. There might be even more trouble here for the Stormers. He didn't land too awkwardly, but at the very least, it could be. No, it is going to be play on either way. Right, so Billy Burns with a restart then to this game from the 22-meter line, and a chance now for Ulster to get out of their own half. The kickoff taken by Marvin Urie just inside Ulster's half. Now they need support here, and the Stormers give away the penalty. Not enough support there. Pinned for holding on, and Ulster get a penalty 5 meters inside their own half. Another chance now to kick this downfield. Right, Billy Burns now to put this downfield and into touch for Ulster. Kick downfield here for Ulster. And they are going to set up a line out roundabout on the 22-meter line of the Stormers. So pressure here again on the Stormers now after they were very close to scoring. Credit to the Ulster defense there for holding on and forcing Libbok to go for the drop goal, really. As it was Marcus Rea who won that penalty on the ground for Ulster. Right, another chance now here for them. Oh, it's been sloppy from Ulster at the back, and they've lost the line out taken by Marvin Urie now. But the referee is going to penalize the Stormers again for interference at the line out. So with a minute to go, will Ulster kick for goal here, or will they set up another line out? Decision time for Ulster, as the penalty being given right on the 22-meter line. Yeah, I don't know if that was really interference, but it's a 50-50 call, and it could have gone either way at the end of the day. So Ulster have decided to have a shot at goal here and trying to extend that lead on the stroke of half time. Ulster could be going into the lead by 15 points to 10 if John Cooney can get this penalty one over for them. Sharkbrain says Ulster gave Libbok a brown envelope. Don't be like that, Sharkbrain. Come on. Right, so John Cooney with the conversion attempt, not conversion, but penalty attempt here for Ulster as we go into half-time here. Ulster already leading by 2 points. Can they extend that lead to 5 points here as we go into half-time? Definitely not over by a long shot here. John Cooney now lining this one up. It's about 20 meters from the left-hand touch line, and that is going to go, so sneak in. So it's 15 points to 10 as we go into half-time. So the Stormers have got their work cut out in the second half as they trail by 5 points going into the second half. Good work from Ulster to come back after trailing by 10 points to 0 at one stage. Could have been 14-0, but the conversion's not going over. And then since then, Ulster's hit back to take a lead by 5 points. So hopefully the Stormers can hit back in the second half and come back in full force, as we will take a quick break, and I will see you guys very shortly. Right, we are back here for the second half, guys. It's 15 points to 10 to Ulster at halftime, and the Stormers have let this one slip here after leading by 10 points to 0 at one stage. We are going to quickly go through the team lineups just to see how they fared throughout this first half. Warwick Kalant have not really sparked the magic yet for the Stormers side. He has been solid at the back, getting those balls in the high air and doing really well at the back, but his kicking has not been brilliant, and his attack hasn't really delivered any fruits at this stage, but it's still early. Isabella Sinatla hasn't had a lot of the ball and also haven't really had any space to move with. So defensively, he's been on song in that first half, but still a lot of work to be done. Ruanel and Damien Williams in the midfield has tried valiantly, but the Ulster defense have kept them out. They haven't really gone forward with their ball in hand, and they need to basically step it up in the second half. Ruanel getting over the advantage line on a couple of occasions, but Damien Williams have been caught on the back of the advantage line quite a couple of times, but not really his fault at this stage, as the backline moves are not quite working out at the moment for the Stormers, as the defense from Ulster, that rush defense, is working brilliantly. They've made double the tackles, 52 to 24 so far in this game, and they've only missed 3 tackles. So that tells you the story there. And so it's going to take something special from this backline. Leland Zass have gone off the field for a head assessment test. So I don't know if he's going to return for this second half. I doubt almost. Gotland Masimla's on the field for them. Manny Livok has been the talking point in the comment sections, I see. So apart from the fact that he's missed these 2 conversions and a drop goal inside the 22, he's not had a bad game. He's played his role at 10 so far. Really good for the Stormers, but it's in games like this where it matters really. And those 2 missed conversions and the drop goal attempt going to the right might come back to haunt the Stormers in the second half. We'll have to wait and see. The Inertial Yankees have had a really good game at 9, getting the ball out really quickly for his forwards and backlines. So Van Roos has been valiant again, taking that ball up. He's been sandwiched a couple of times. So Ulster's definitely going out of their way to try and stop Van Roos getting over the advantage line. But he's still getting that hard yardage. His defense is good, but we haven't seen much on him at the breakdown so far. Achieva Diamani, the sidestep king today for the forwards, have not worked out for the Stormers. He's been driven back on numerous occasions in that first half through some really great defense from Ulster. And then Dion Free also leaving the field for a head assessment test. He didn't come back, so I'm guessing that Namakaba will continue the rest of the game out. So 2 really vital positions lost for the Stormers in that first half. Leland Zass and Dion Free looks like they won't be continuing this game. Then Marvin Uri and Salman Murat has done really well. It was one of the areas where I thought they might be struggling a bit today, but their lineouts have been solid, and they've taken the ball up quite nicely so far from both of these players. So nothing wrong with their performance so far. Frans Malherbe and Steven Kitshoff and JJ Kotza on song for the Stormers side in that first half. Solid scrummaging from both sides, and it's been a really good first half to watch in many perspectives. If we quickly go and have a run through the Ulster lineup, how they have fared. Stuart Moore has been really good. There was 1 try from Ulster that was questionable, to say the least. It looked like a definite forward pass, but the referee allowed it, and the try was awarded at the end. So Stuart Moore getting a try there for Ulster as well. Rob Balakoon has been really good. He's made beaters every time he's touched the ball and set up another try for Ulster as well in that first half. James Hume and Stuart McCloskey, huge in defence at the moment for Ulster, and then also carrying that ball up quite nicely. Ethan McElroy, we haven't seen too much of him in that first half. Billy Burns have had a couple of good touches in this game as well. There was one area where he basically nearly scored a try for Ulster with that little chip kick, 2 chip kicks over the top, which he both recollected. But at the end of the day, he couldn't just get the pass away. John Cooney has been really good. He's also missed one conversion so far for Ulster, but he's had a solid game at the back. Then Dwayne Vermeulen playing a valiant effort from him. If you have to ask me whether Evan Roos and Dwayne Vermeulen one-on-one, who's won this game, I would say that Evan Roos has carried more balls and got over the advantage line a little bit more, but Dwayne Vermeulen has been monstrous on a defense for Ulster and slowing that ball down of the Stormers on vital occasions throughout that first half. So I would say it's a very even battle between the two at the moment. Nick Timoni and Marcus Rea causing problems for the Stormers at the breakdown. And then Ian Henderson and Alan O'Connor doing really well at line-up time. Tom O'Toole, Rob Herring and Andrew Warwick definitely standing up to the challenge of the Stormers in this first half. So a very even game, which I think can still go either way. But the Stormers will have to strike early in the second half if they want to win this game. On the bench for the Stormers still to come, Andre Gupenta, Brock Harris, Neetling Forshire, Andre Smith, Ernst van Rijn, Namakaba and Gotland Simla already on the field, and then Sasha Ngomezulu still to come for them. And then for Ulster, we've got John Andrew, Eric O'Sullivan, Gareth Milasinovic, Kieran Treadwell, Matthew Rea, Nathan Doa, Ian Madigan and Ben Mowax still to come for them. So a lot still to happen in the second half, and possession have gone the way of the Stormers. Carries was 49-25, tackles made 24-52, meters made 147-80, and in penalties conceded 5-4. So the Stormers are dominating this clash, but not leading on the scoreboard, unfortunately. So a lot will have to happen in the second half. But both teams now back onto the field, and we are ready to get the second half of the second semi-final of the URC underway. Can Ulster pull off a magic move and host this final next weekend, or will the Stormers be able to come back after this? I see Dion Free is back on the field, so that's really good news here for the Stormers as well. But Leland Zas will not be returning, and Gotland Masimla will take in that position on the left winger for them. Right, here we go for the second half, guys. So the restart by Manny Libok, taken by O'Connor right on the 22-meter line as Ulster forms a maul right on the 22-meter mark here. And John Cooney will get this ball out, and he's going to go with the box kick over the top. The chase will be coming from Ulster, but Warwick beautifully collects that ball, and it's been set up by the Stormers now. An opportunity here. Oh, it's a penalty against the Stormers, as closing down the ball off their feet is Damien Willems on this occasion, and an early penalty to Ulster, right about on the halfway line inside Ulster's territory. So not a good start then for the Stormers, as Billy Burns will be kicking this ball downfield for Ulster. Finds touch on the 22-meter line inside Stormers territory. Not good from the Stormers. So Ulster with an early opportunity here in the second half to set this line up on the 22-meter line, about 5 meters outside of the 22. Alan O'Connor takes it in now. John Cooney out to Billy Burns. It is Timoni now taking it up just outside the 22, right in the middle of the field now. Tom O'Toole still about 5 meters outside of the 22. Oh, it's been stolen by the Stormers now. Or no, it's been knocked on by Ulster, and it will be a scrum down to the Stormers right in the middle of the field, just outside of the 22 of the Stormers. The Stormers, a shaky start here to the second half, and Chiva Diamani doing really good work there to rip that ball out of the hands of Tom O'Toole. So scrum down to the Stormers, then 5 meters outside of their own 22 in the middle of the field here. It's 15 points to 10, Ulster leading at the moment between the two sides. We've got 38 minutes to go in this game. Can the Stormers find a way back in this, or will Ulster start to dominate the second half? It's all up for grabs. We've got, over 1,000 votes now with the Stormers clear favourites to win this with 83% of the votes. So hopefully they can live up to that. So that scrum will be reset again by the referee here. And the Stormers will get the feed again. We've had about 3 minutes played in the second half. Sharkbrain says Stormers panicking in their own stadium. I don't get this playing style really. And then Peter Lowry says Ethan is great. Body on the line too, but nowhere near as fast as the Stormers back. Ethan McElroy, that is, the left winger. Mark says, stand up for the Ulster man. Stand up for the Ulster man. So it must be a song for the Ulster fans then. Herschel Yankees with a feed to that scrum. It's another solid scrum. These scrums are going nowhere today. Both teams spot on with scrummaging. Herschel Yankees out to Manny Libok. Puts it on the boot and straight into the hands of Delacoon on the 10-meter line inside Ulster's half. The tackle missed by Godlin Masimla. The pass back inside now to Marcus Rea. Gets it out to Gavin Hume on the 10-meter line inside Stormers half now. Slow ball coming back for Ulster. John Cooney out to Tom O'Toole. Now Billy Burns gets it out to Stuart Moore. Puts it on the boot here. Looking for space, but that's going to go directly into touch. And it will be a line out to the Stormers on the halfway line. A dangerous move there from Ulster as Delacoon has stayed down here after that effort from him. So this is bad news then for Ulster, as well as Robert Delacoon has stayed down here, roundabout on the halfway line for Ulster. 4 minutes played in the second half. He's been a danger man for this Ulster side today. He's definitely been right up there challenging this Stormers side today. So the Stormers now playing with a scrum half on the left wing here. And it's going to be interesting to see whether they're going to try and send up Ngome Zulu at some stage, who can move to the centre, with Ruanel maybe moving out to the wing and similar to the scrum half position. So it's going to be a line out to the Stormers right on halfway, as there's still some attention being received on the players here. But the Ulster side having a 5-point lead at the moment. Ulster won 11 of their previous 13 URC matches this season when they were leading at halftime. So they've only lost on 2 occasions after leading at halftime. So that's not a good sign to the Stormers at the moment. It is only a 5-point lead. So a try could put the Stormers back into the lead. Right, thrown from JJ Kotzer right on the halfway line. Delacoon is back up on his feet. So that line out looks suspiciously skew, but the referee says play on. Marvin Wuri has taken it up for the Stormers here, and this driving maul is looking pretty good for the Stormers now, trying to maul it up to the 10-meter line inside Ulster's half now. The referee has called for use it once, so next time this ball will have to come out for the Stormers. Herschel Yankees gets it out now. Manny Libok out to Damien Willems on a loop around Sinatla. Sinatla up over the 10-meter line. He goes, but he loses the ball forward. And it's probably going to be a scrum down to Ulster, but play on, says the referee. The kick downfield from Billy Burns. And it's taken by Warwick Kalant now. A poor pass to Manny Libok at the back. But there's a bit of space opening up for them now. And Achieva Diamani up to the halfway line. Now brought down. Manny Libok at scrum off here for the Stormers. Morans Malherbe. Warwick Kalant with a long cutout pass now. Here's a chance for the Stormers back on the inside to Ruanel. Ruanel up to the 10-meter line. Now he needs support though. And it's going to be turned over by Ulster here on the 10-meter line inside their own half. Great work at the breakdown. John Cooney now gets it out to Marcus Rea. He's pushed back the tackle. Some good defense there from the Stormers. But John Cooney has got this under control. The back of this ruck for him. He is going to go with the box kick over the top now. Here comes the chase from Timoni. And Warwick Kalant has collected that well here, just inside Stormers half. Herschel Yankees now waiting for it. Gets it up to Irfan Roos. Roos sets it up just short of the halfway line for the Stormers. Now Herschel Yankees back to Manny Libok. Goes to the kick downfield. Straight into the hands of Stuart Moore, who makes the mark about 10 meters out from the try line, right in the middle of the field. So another, useless kick really from Manny Libok, to say the least. But it's just slowed down the game a little bit and a chance for Ulster to catch their breath. 6.5 minutes gone in this second half. It's Stuart Moore now to kick this downfield for Ulster with that mark made by them. Delacoon doesn't look too good from the Ulster side, and they probably will have to replace this guy. But yeah, there comes the replacement now, and onto the field comes Ben Mowax for Delacoon, who's had a really good game for Ulster so far. 5 points the difference. Stuart Moore now to get this game back underway. He finds touch roundabout between the 22 and the 10-meter line inside Ulster's half. A chance here for the Stormers to go on the attack. It is going to be JJ Kotze with a throw into this line out here, and it's important that the Stormers do get this one correct. JJ Kotze getting the call from Herschel Yankees, so let's see what the Stormers have got up their sleeve here. 7.5 minutes into the second half. Stormers still trailing by 5 points. Marvin Wuri has collected that ball for the Stormers. Here's another driving ball coming from the Stormers, but it's moving backwards at the moment. Can they start to get this moving forward? JJ Kotze controlling that ball at the back here, and Rob Herring nearly disrupting that one, but Chiva Diamani takes him out, but it's going nowhere for the Stormers. Herschel Yankees will have to get this one out. He goes to blind side, gets the pass out to Chiva Diamani, just short of the 22 now. Herschel Yankees again out to Kitsov. Kitsov sets it up about 5 meters outside of the 22 of Ulster now. Herschel Yankees again. Manny Libok. Hier van Roos, but he's knocked it on. And here's a chance now for Ulster as they kick this downfield. And that's going to go directly into touch. So we'll probably come back for the knock-on from hier van Roos. 8.5 minutes gone in the second half. It's everything's going wrong for the Stormers at the moment here. Hier van Roos into a bit of space there, but just unable to hold on to that ball. And it will be a scrum down to Ulster about 5 meters outside of the 22. Right in the middle of the field here for Ulster. So they won't be able to kick this out directly into touch, but they do have the ball, and it's a chance for them to clear and get out of their own area of the field. 15 points to 10, 9 minutes gone in the second half. Yeah, Libok is having a game to forget at the moment here for the Stormers today. 9 minutes into the second half. Ulster with a feed to the scrum as John Cooney now feeds this ball in for Ulster. Big scrum from the Stormers this time, but it does come out for them. And here comes Billy Burns. Beautiful gap hit by McCloskey. Gets it back on the inside to Billy Burns. Up over the 10-meter line they go. John Cooney with a little kick. And chasing after it is Scotland. Masimlo has kept it in play. But Warwick Kaland under pressure. And you have to put it into touch. It's going to be a line out to Ulster. 10 meters from the Stormers try line. And this is a vital time of the game now. McCloskey into the space there. Ruanel left for dead there. And Ulster looking very dangerous on the attack at the moment. Well, it is what it is. 10 meters out from the Stormers try line now. And Ulster with a great opportunity. Rob Herring with a throw into this lineup. Lineup taken beautifully by O'Connor. And here comes the driving maul from Ulster now. Can they start to get this moving? Rob Herring controlling this for Ulster about 10 meters out from the Stormers try line. They're now starting to move forward here to about 5 meters out from the try line. But that ball has gone down. And it's going to be a Stormers scrum here 5 meters out from the try line. Great work there done by the Stormers forwards to disrupt that maul. And they will be getting the scrum down 5 meters out from their own try line. Great work done there by JJ Kotze, as well as, couldn't quite see who that was, but I think it was Salman Murat who helped JJ Kotze on that occasion. Musabar says game is not over until the boogeyman says so. Here we come. So we've got 29 minutes to play in this one. The Stormers on the back foot at the moment. It's been all Ulster here in the second half. And hopefully we'll see the same kind of turnaround Ulster shown after about 15 minutes of play in that first half, where the Stormers dominated the opening 10-15 minutes of the game. So that scrum goes up again, and we will have a reset scrum. 28 minutes gone, 28 minutes left in this game, as the Stormers have got the scrum 5 meters from their own try line, about 5 meters from the left-hand touch line here for the Stormers. And as Andro says, Uncle Dwayne not ready to give over his Springbok jersey yet. So a very tight battle between the two number 8s today. Dwayne doing the hard work around the fringes, and Dwayne and Irfan trying to take that ball up as much as possible. Urshel Yankees gets it out to Manny Libok, and that kick downfield is going to find a good touch finder roundabout on the 10-meter line. Didn't have too much of an angle to work with there was Manny Libok. So a really good clearance kick from him on that occasion. Let's hope that this take a little bit of confidence to him for the rest of this game, because it does look like his confidence have gone down a little bit. Opportunity now for Rob Herring to throw this one in for the Ulster side on the 10-meter line inside Stormers territory. 27 minutes left in this game. And it's all Ulster at the moment. The line out a bit sloppy from Ulster, and JJ Kotze nearly got that but knocked it on. And now John Cooney has got possession for Ulster, puts the kick downfield, trying to find a bit of space, and he's going to find it as well. That's going to be a 50-22 kick as well. And it will be a line out to Ulster, 5 meters inside the Stormers 22. Like I say, everything just going horribly wrong for the Stormers at the moment. Every go-forward ball that they get, they either knock it on or the bounce of the ball is kind to Ulster. 26 and a half minutes to go. Well, in fact, it is going to be a Stormers lineup. So, don't know if the Dutch judge got it wrong or what's the call there, but the Stormers will have the call, and the lineup just inside their own 22 here. JJ Kotze to throw this in. Salman Murat takes it now. Herschel Yankees out to Manny Libok. His kick has been charged down and into the hands of Billy Burns now, 15 meters out from the try line. Rob Herring gets it out now to Timoni. Sets it up about 10 meters out for Ulster. Now John Cooney again out to Gavin Hume. Gavin Hume sets it about 10 meters out. Now Cooney again out to Warwick. Warwick driven back in a tackle by the Stormers defense. Now Cooney again. It is taken up by Marcus Rea now. Right in the middle of the field now for the Stormers. It's McCloskey, Billy Burns on a loop around. It's Stephen Moore. Now out to, it comes to the replacement fullback there, but he's been driven back in a tackle. Now Mark Timoni takes it up. John Cooney again. Warwick. Out it goes to Billy Burns. Throws a little dummy. Gets it out to McCloskey. Long cut out pass here to the left winger, but he's held up 5 meters out from the try line for Ulster. Again, they come now. Tom O'Toole. 5 meters out from the try line. Warwick again. Just 2 meters out for Ulster now. Can the Stormers defense hold on here? And it looks like the Stormers have stolen that ball, but illegally so is Dion Ferre. And it's a penalty to Ulster, 5 meters from the try line. With 25 minutes to play. Gets off, been warned by the referee now. And this is just not so impressive from the Stormers at the moment. Like I say, everything going wrong for the Stormers at the moment. That kick from Warwick Geland, not from Warwick Geland, but from Manny Libok. got charged down, and that's where all the trouble started for him. Ben Mohawk's nearly over in the corner there for Ulster. But the Stormers have survived the storm. They've only got a line out now, 5 meters out from the try line to try and defend here. Ryan van Graan says, "Good, it's not Warwick, it's Warwick." Ah, okay, so it's Warwick. I'll remember that, Rowan. Right, so Rob Herring now with a throw in to this line out taken by O'Connor. And here comes Ulster now, 5 meters out from the try line. They've got this driving maul going forward. Off the back, Rob Herring is 2 meters short and he's knocked it on. So it's going to be a scrum down to the Stormers. They've weathered the storm. And with 24 minutes to go, it's another chance for the Stormers to clear their own line. It's still a 5-point game with Ulster dominating this 16 minutes of the second half completely. Just a little knock on from Rob Herring there in the tackle from Sinatla. Great work from him. And it's going to be a scrum down to the Stormers. 5 meters from the right-hand touchline, 5 meters out from their own try line. Can the Stormers get the scrum out? It's a tough afternoon here for the Stormers so far. They've dominated the first 15 minutes of the game, and since then, it's basically been all Ulster at the moment. A lot of slack being given to the referee as well, and to be honest, he hasn't had a great game. A lot of calls going against the Stormers at the moment, and not so much that penalty, well, that try that was awarded to Ulster that looked forward. So we never know. Right, so the Stormers now off the back. Damien Willemse takes it up to about 10 meters out from the try line. Herschel Jantjies now sets it up to Achieva Diamani. Steps past 2, about 5 meters inside, well, 10 meters outside of their own try line. Herschel Jantjies now with the box kick over the top. That's not going to find touch. Finds Markson. And into touch it goes, and I think it's been touched by Willemse. So it will be an Ulster line-out. With 22 minutes to go. It was taken by the left winger there, sorry. So it was taken in by Ethan McElroy and then touched by one of the Stormers players as that ball went into touch. So let's see whose line-out this is going to be now. It looks like it's going to be an Ulster. Well, it's going to be a scrum down here to Ulster, I think, between the 10 and the 22, the 10 and a halfway line of the Stormers. Yeah, it is going to be an Ulster feat, roundabout on the 10-meter line of the Stormers. Ulster's made 62 tackles to the 41 of the Stormers. A very tight affair at the moment. 21 and a half minutes to go. Can the Stormers turn this one around? Nick Boyd says deliberate knockdown. I wouldn't go that far. Right, so John Cooney now with the feet to the scrum for Ulster. 5 meters from the left-hand touchline. Roundabout on the 10-meter line of the Stormers. The scrum affairs have been very solid so far in this game. Stormers now starting to push them, but Dwayne Vermeulen picks it up off the back. George Cooney. Oh, there's a big tackle from the Stormers. Now the ball is pulled loose, but Stuart Moore has collected it for Ulster on the 10-meter line. It's been deemed knocked on by the Stormers. The box kick over the top from John Cooney, collected by Warwick Galant now. And here comes a counter-attack from the Stormers now. Matty Libbok straightening the line up over the 10, gets it out to Dion Ferre. Dion Ferre up over the halfway line. Here comes Herschel Jantjies now. Herschel Jantjies up over the 22, gets the pass out to Dion Ferre again. Now just 15 meters out is the Stormers. Herschel Jantjies now got a pass. Oh, has that one been slapped down by Gavin Hume? That could be a professional foul and a yellow card to Ulster. We'll have to wait and see. And then we have to check whether a try would have been scored. No, says the referee. He's going to come back for a forward pass against the Stormers on the Ulster 10-meter line. Well, let's have a look at this. Dion Fourie got it out. There it is. So it is the right call from the referee. That pass drifting forward out of the hands of Damian Willems to Herschel Yankees. So it will be a scrum down to Ulster on a 10-meter line inside Ulster's half. So that's much better from the Stormers on the counter-attack there. And a chance now as Neethling Forshire replaces Frans Malherbe. 20 minutes to play in this game. Well, it could have easily been a yellow card shot, Brown, had it not been for that for that forward pass from Damian Willems. David Dunn says, I love your commentary. Thanks, David. Right, so it's going to be Ulster scrum down on a 10-meter line inside their own half here. And a chance for them to clear the ball out from their own half again. Big scrum coming up for the Stormers. Can they somehow find a way to disrupt this Ulster scrum, which has been very solid throughout this game? 19 minutes to play. No score being added in the second half. It's a 5-point game at the moment. George Cooney with a throw in to this scrum here for Ulster. Will the replacements makes the difference for the Stormers? Now, another solid scrum from Ulster at the back. John Cooney out to Billy Burns. Now Stewart is going to straighten that line for Ulster on the 10-meter line. It's going to be a penalty to the Stormers, holding on the ground. And it's Damian Willems who wins the penalty there for the Stormers. Now it's decision time for them. I would say go for the corner. Set this out 5 meters out from the try line and attack with the driving maul. Or will they try and reduce the deficit to 2 points? We'll have to wait and see what they do. Yeah, they are going to kick this to the corner, but Libbok is only going to find touch on the 22-meter line. So not the greatest of touch finder there from Manny Libbok. It is a 5-point lead to Ulster at the moment. Stormers now with a line up on the 22-meter line. The Stormers have conceded 7 penalties to the 5 of Ulster. JJ Kotze now with a throw in. To the front to Achieva Diamani. The maul has been set up by the Stormers now, but they're not really gaining any ground with it at the moment. JJ Kotze will have to get this one out for the Stormers now. Herschel Yankees at the back, out to Manny Libbok. Gets the flat pass out to Ruanel, who scored 5 meters outside of the 22 now. Herschel Yankees, Achieva Diamani again. Sets it up just short of the 22, right in the middle of the field now. And penalty advantage to the Stormers there, right in front. So they can reduce the deficit to 2 points if they decide to have a shot at goal here. Will the Stormers take the 3 points here on offer? It's right in front, just outside the 22. Decision time for the Stormers. What will they do? What will they do? So the Stormers have opted to go for the corner here. They want the lead in this game with 17 minutes to play. Will this come back to haunt them as well? Well, Cameron Kleinhans have summed it up. It's 1.2 people, 1.4K people watching. Press that like button and subscribe to the channel. I mean, it will go a long way in supporting this channel in the future. A lot of international rugby coming up in the next month or so. So do show your support for this channel as well. Oh dear. Well, what I'm going to say now is not going to sit well with the supporters of the Stormers. It's Manny Libbok has kicked that over the dead ball line, and we will come back for a scrum down to Ulster on the 22-meter line. A very poor kick from Manny Libbok over the dead ball line, And we can now, it's safe to say that Manny Libbok has had a disastrous game. So it's going to be a scrum down to Ulster here, just outside the 22 of Ulster, right in the middle of the field. Scrum fed in by George Cooney now. They get it out, and it comes down to Billy Burns, who puts it on the boot. And straight down the middle of the field into the hands of Warwick Galant now. Warwick Galant on the 10-meter line inside Stormers territory. Tries to run it up to the halfway line now. Gotland Simler tried to get that one forward for the Stormers, but it's sloppy at the moment. And I think, the Stormers will get it back on the halfway line here. Now Warwick Galant out to Salman Murat. Sets it up on the halfway line for the Stormers. Herschel Yankees now. Out it comes to Manny Libbok, puts it on the boot, straight down the middle of the field. And the mark made by Ulster again, McElroy, who makes the mark on inside the 22. And an easy marker made there for Ethan McElroy. So just to let you guys know, there's nobody to come on for Manny Libbok, unless they decide to put Warwick Galant at fly off and bring on Gomez Zulu. So Salman Murat back up on his feet again, so the game will continue. The Stormers just slipping up at the moment here with 14 minutes to go. I think they should have gone for the penalty on that occasion. Warwick Galant now with a high up and under. The chase coming from the Stormers. The bounce of the ball not kind for Ulster. And Achiba Tiamani has got it on the 22-meter line here inside Ulster's territory. Here's a chance for them. Cuts off now. Sets it up beautifully for the Stormers now. Moving forward about 10 meters out from the try line is the Stormers now. Warwick Galant gets the pass out to Damien Willemse. Damien Willemse gets the pass out to Sinatla. Back on the inside to Rua now. 5 meters out from the try line now. Herschel Yankees waiting for it. Gets out to Neetland for sure. Support there from Van Roos. Herschel Yankees gets it back now. Warwick Galant tries to throw a little tummy. 4 meters out from the try line. Right under the post here is the Stormers. Comes back for Herschel Yankees now. Marvin Wirry. Marvin Wirry sets it up about 4 meters out from the try line. The ball spills loose. It's going to be a penalty to the Stormers. 5 meters out from the try line. I would say go for the scrum here. 5 meters out from the try line. It's 13 minutes to play in this one. And let's see what happens. The Stormers so close to scoring a try there. And what will Kitshoff decide to do now? What will Kitshoff decide to do now? They are going to go for the scrum here as the Stormers. So scrum down to the Stormers. Scrums have been really good so far in this game. And they are going to try and put the pressure on Ulster now with a scrum 5 meters out from the try line. Right, so can the Stormers do this now with 12 and a half minutes to go? Andre Igufenta on the field now for Kotze. And Marvin Wirry has left the field as well. So Andre Smith onto the field for the Stormers then. Here's an opportunity for the Stormers. Namakaba also on the field for Dion Fourie. Fresh legs for the Stormers. Big scrum coming up for the Stormers now with 12 and a half minutes to go. It's a 5-point lead for Ulster at the moment. Can the Stormers storm forward, or will Ulster keep them out? Big scrum coming up for them. Herschel Yankees will feed this one in for the Stormers. John Dobson has shown confidence in Manny Libbok now to keep him on the field. Solid scrum again from both sides. That scrum is not going to go anywhere whatsoever. Now they change the direction. It's Warwick Galant out to Manny Libbok. Libbok caught right in the middle of the field, about 7 meters out from the try line. Now it's Andre Smith who's going to set it up. Dwayne Vermeulen over that ball, and they win a penalty as Ulster. Brilliant work from Dwayne Vermeulen as he gets the penalty against the Stormers for not releasing. Brilliant work from the Springbok number 8, and just shows why he's so vital for the Springboks still. So Kitsov not happy with the referee, but there was nothing wrong with that. And it is going to be a penalty to Ulster, 10 meters out from their own try line with 11 minutes to play. 11 minutes left in this game, and the Stormers have given away a penalty. John Cooney will try and clear this ball as far as possible for them. So have the Stormers slipped up on this occasion. Onto the field comes another replacement for Ulster. It's Treadwell on for O'Connor. So fresh legs for Ulster as well now. And Billy Burns will now clear this ball for Ulster. 11 minutes to go. No score in the second half. That kick is going to find touch between the 10 and the 22-meter line of Ulster. So still an opportunity here for the Stormers to try and disrupt this lineout if it's possible. But Ulster's been good at lineout and scrum time today as well. Not coming off second best against these guys. Peter Lowry says Treadwell very mobile, great substitution. The line out taken by Ian Henderson, and the maul set up by Ulster now. Rob Herring controlling that ball at the back of this maul now for them. And the Stormers need to be careful not to give away another penalty. Rob Herring off the back now, tackled by Andre Igufenta. Still they come. Big counter ruck here from the Stormers though. Can they get this ball? No, it's going to come back for Ulster as John Cooney gets it out to Treadwell. Just setting that ball up with 10 minutes to play in this game now. Ulster leading by 15 points to 10 at the moment. John Cooney going with a box kick over the top. Here comes the chase now from Moxham. And it's been knocked on by Cotland Masimla, and into touch it goes. Well, in fact, it's been deemed to have been touched by one of the Ulster players, and it will be a Stormers line out. Just about on a 10-meter line of, well, between the 10 and the halfway line of Ulster now. Andre Igufenta will throw this one in, but there is an injury break to one of the Ulster players at the moment. 5 minutes the 5 points the difference between the two sides here. And hopefully they can still pull this off as the Stormers. But kudos to Ulster for trying today. They've been exceptional at the basics really today. They've done the scrums well. They've done the lineouts well. They've been good at the breakdown. They've been solid on the defense, and they've attacked when necessary. And their general kicking has been really good as well. So the Stormers will have to find a way through that if there's any chance for them to get back into this game. Well, it looks like they are going to go upstairs to have a look here. And I saw that in the background while Andre Smith and Ian Henderson were battling it out there. So they are having a look for foul play here. It's eye gouging. Oh, goodness. This could be trouble for Andre Smith. So it's a decision that could change the course of this game now. And I unfortunately have got no excuse for Andre Smith here. Clear eye gouging from him. And that could cost the Stormers the game here today. So let's have a look what the TMO will decide here. So he definitely did put his finger into the guy's eyes. So that warrants a penalty. And I would say for that, it could even be a possible yellow or red card coming up for the Stormers. So let's hear the call from the TMO. I don't have audio on my side, so we'll just see what the result is going to be. But I think Andre Smith is in trouble here. He has been called by the referee now, so I'm thinking that there might be a yellow card, or even worse, coming up for him. So it's going to be a yellow card to red card to Andre Smith. So yeah, no excuse for that. The red card to Andre Smith, and it's going to be a penalty to Ulster on the 10-meter line inside their own half. There's no argument there, really, and player needs to do a lot better than that. I think that might just cost the Stormers the game here today. Billy Burns now with a kick downfield, and he's going to find touch. Not a great kick from him either way. Finding touch on the 10-meter line inside the Stormers' half. So a big call against the Stormers there. Andre Smith should have known better. 9 minutes to play in this game. Rob Herring with the throw into this lineup. Can the Stormers pull something out of the fire here? Lineup taken beautifully by Kieran Treadwell now. And Ulster now on the attack on the 10-meter line inside Stormers' half. George Cooney waiting for this ball. Rob Herring is going to take it off the back now. Quick ball coming back for Ulster now. George Cooney. Back it comes to Ian Henderson. Sets it up just up over the 10-meter line for them. Billy Burns running hard at the gap there, but it's been closed down quickly by the Stormers now. George Cooney again taken up by Damoni. Right on the 10-meter line inside Stormers territory. George Cooney now. Treadwell again gets it out to Marcus Rea. Making a couple of meters there for them now. Rob Herring caught between the 10 and the 22-meter line inside Stormers territory. George Cooney gets it out. Billy Burns out to Stuart Moore there. Flat pass out to him. Comes back for George Cooney now. Again on the charges. Marcus Rea now. George Cooney again. Now Billy Burns on the 10-meter line. It's a sloppy pass, but it's well collected there by Gavin Hume. He's been pushed back to run about the halfway line. Now George Cooney with a box kick over the top into the hands of Herschel Jantjies. Gets the pass out to Warwick Gelant. The Stormers will need something of an X factor here, and it's Warwick Gelant to start it. Now it's Sinatla up over the halfway line, puts a kick in, and here comes the chase from Sinatla. It's going to be Stuart Moore who's going to get there first for Ulster, but he's under pressure now from Sinatla. 5 meters out from the Ulster try line. It's going to come back for Ulster again. So they set it up through Kieran Treadwell now. And Ulster have managed to survive this. 5 meters out from their own try line. It's George Cooney now waiting for it. And it looks like they are going to clear this ball through Stuart Moore, who puts it on the boot. And he's going to find touch. Quickly thrown in by the Stormers, though. Here they come again now. Damien Willems on the 10-meter line. Damien Willems is going to run hard at him. He steps back up to the 22-meter line. He goes 5 meters inside the 22 now. Can the Stormers secure this ball, though? Achieva Diamani gets it out to Salman Murat. 5 meters in, just inside the 22 of the Ulster side now. Libbok out to Jip van Roos. Fends off to Vermeulen. Now brought down on the 22-meter line. Now Herschel Jantjies again, Manny Libbok. Libbok a little bit isolated there, right on the 22-meter line. And the ball has been ripped by Ian Henderson, but it's a penalty to the Stormers with 6 minutes to play. The Stormers will have to kick this to the corner. They're going to have to go for the win here. They're down to 14 men with the red card to Andre Smith. Will this be the moment that the Stormers have waited for? It's now or never for them. With 6 minutes to play, Manny Libbok will have to find the corner 5 meters out from the try line here. As Adams van Rijn comes on for Godwin Simler. So this is a change made by John Dobson. Let's see if this is going to work out for the Stormers. Looks like they're going to play with one less backline player now instead, and replace Adams van Rijn to come on for Andre Smith, who's got the red card. Manny Libbok has kicked that out 5 meters out from the try line. So not over the dead ball line this time around. 5 meters out from the try line. The Stormers now with a line out. We've got 5.5 minutes to go in this game. Remember, the Stormers are down to 14 men. If this game is a draw, we will go into extra time. So more changes now coming on for Ulster as it's number 20 on the field. Matty Rea coming on for Marcus Rea. 5.5 minutes to go in this one. Line out Andre Huguventer to throw this one in. It's going to go to the front to Adams van Rijn. Here comes the driving maul from the Stormers now. Can they get this moving forward now? It's not going anywhere at the moment. It's going backwards instead. Andre Huguventer controlling it now. Here Van Roos joins them all. Can they start to get this moving forward? They can. It is going to start moving forward now for the Stormers. On the 5-meter line they come. It's starting to move forward now. 3 meters out from the try line. And still going 2 meters out from the try line now. A meter out from the try line. Have they got this over the try line? No, it's a meter short for the Stormers. Will this ball come out? Banter down from one of the Ulster players. And they've won the scrum as Ulster. I cannot believe this. It's going to be Ulster who gets the scrum 5 meters out. And it's going to be an Ulster scrum down 5 meters out from the try line. If I were the ref, I would go upstairs to see if a try had been scored or not. It was deemed to have gone down and not playable. And let's have a look if a try might have been scored here by the Stormers. Oh dear, goodness me. I think that ball was held up just a meter short. And, well, that ball would have come out. I'm sorry. I can't agree with that one. But either way, it's going to be a scrum down. 2 Ulster, 5 meters out from the try line. 4.5 minutes to go. 4.5 minutes to go. It's going to be an Ulster scrum down. And it's going to be a huge, huge scrum coming up for Ulster here. Can the Stormers somehow find a way to disrupt the scrum? The scrums have been solid throughout this game by both sides. So with 4 minutes to go in this game, Bekende Wolf says, pants are down, Stormers, you'll suck balls. So a great effort there from Jan Henderson, who lost his pants in the process, trying to stop the Stormers over the try line there. Shows you the commitment from the Ulster captain on that occasion. So here's the scrum coming up for Ulster now. Big scrum needed from the Stormers, picked up beautifully off the back by Ulster. And they're 5 meters out from the try line. They've secured this ball for them. And they will be able to clear this ball as John Cooney gets it out to Stuart Moore, who's going to put it on the boot. And he's going to find touch roughly about 5 meters outside of the 22 of Ulster. 3 minutes to go in this game. And the Stormers have one last opportunity to try and win this game. Brock Harris also coming onto the field now as he replaces Stephen Kitsoff. The Stormers are going to need a moment of magic, an X-factor move, or a glimmer of hope from one of their star players. Maybe a burst from Mia van Roos, or a step from Damian Willems, or a break from Warwick Kaland. But that is what it's going to take for the Stormers to win this one. Andre Huguventer with the throw-in taken by Achiva Diamani. Here comes Andre Huguventer off the back. Oh, the ball has been knocked on by Van Roos, but it's going to be a penalty to the Stormers anyway. It's going to be another opportunity to kick this one to the corner. With 3 minutes to go. 3 minutes to go. Can Manny Libbok set this out? 5 meters out from the try line again. It's nail-biting stuff with 2.5 minutes to go. Manny Libbok sets that one up, but it's going to be about 10 meters out from the try line. Treadwell was deemed to have played the play in the air there. So about 10 meters out from the try line, the Stormers will have another go here. Another chance here for the Stormers with 2 minutes to go in this one. Can they maul this one up now? It is going to go to the front. And Dwayne Vermeulen has stolen that ball for Ulster. And that should wrap it up for this Ulster side today. John Cooney waiting for that one. Gets it up to Kieran Treadwell now. Just sets it up. They're going to play this time now. 2 minutes to go in this one. Dwayne Vermeulen, the hero here for Ulster today, as he's stolen that line-out ball for him. John Cooney with a box kick over the top, and he's going to find touch, run about on a 10-meter line inside Ulster's territory. So line-out coming up for the Stormers with a minute and a half to go. 15 points to 10 it is. And the Stormers have definitely not taken their chances in this game. Andre Higuventa to throw this one in again. And yeah, like I mentioned beforehand, the lineouts seems will be the factor that cost the Stormers this game. The lineout taken by Adams van Rijn this time now. Herschel Jantjies out and Libok to Ruanel. He's ran into a bit of space and still going is Ruanel up to the 22-meter line. He goes just outside, right on the left-hand touchline here. Herschel Jantjies now. Salman Murat to set this up for the Stormers now. 5 meters outside of the 22. They go to Damian Willemse now. Willemse sets it up on a 22-meter line for the Stormers. Herschel Jantjies again now. Andre Higuventa. Just short of the 22 is the Stormers at the moment. They get it out to Warwick Geland. Warwick Geland back on the inside to Namakaba. 5 meter, well, just inside the 22 now. Andre Higuventa again sets it up. Now Herschel Jantjies on the loop. Bizarre flat pass out to Manny Libok. 5 meters inside the 22. Now it's Neetling Forshire. Neetling Forshire sets it up. Now Herschel Jantjies again. Warwick Geland. Van Rus. Van Rus now just about 7 meters out from the try line. Brought down. Will that ball come out? Herschel Jantjies gets it back now to Warwick Geland again. Warwick Geland sets it about 5 meters out. There's Van Rus again. Can they get this ball back against the Stormers? Yes, it will come back. Now it's comes back to Manny Libok. Ruanel. Great defense from Ulster. Manny Libok gets that ball back for him. He needs to get this ball out. Penalty advantage coming for the Stormers again. Now Herschel Jantjies' time is up on the clock. Can they get this ball out? Herschel Jantjies waiting for it. Here it comes out to Namakaba, who's driven back in a tackle. And the referee will blow on his whistle for the penalty. It's 5 meters out from the try line, right under the post here. And can the Stormers still do this? It's going to take a converted try to win this one. And I don't want to say I've told you so, but there was a time when the Stormers should have taken the 3 points when Manny Libok kicked that ball over the dead ball line. A penalty now would have won it for them. Van Rus has taken down, a bit of cramp from him as he's receiving attention here. Time is up on the clock. And it's a last-ditch effort now from the Stormers to try and seal a home final here and get the win. But as it stands, the Bulls are going to play Ulster in Ireland in the final. Van Rus took 11 carries today, 39 meters made, 3 defenders beaten, 6 gain line success, and 6 tackles made. So another massive effort from Van Rus today. But Dwayne Vermeulen has made it count for Ulster when it counted the most. Stealing the line out that could have won the game for the Stormers. He won a penalty 5 meters out from their own try line when it mattered. That is what makes you a Springbok. Can Van Rus do this now for the Stormers? They are going to go for the scrum down here, 5 meters out from the try line. Scrums have been solid today from both sides. Herschel Jantjies will feed this one in. Time is up on the clock. No score in the second half. Herschel Jantjies to feed this one in for the Stormers now. Can the Stormers do this? Time is up on the clock. The scrum goes up. Well, goes down, and it's going to be another reset now. And both teams are blaming the opposition for the scrum collapsing there. So the referee's going to come to the other side of the field now, saying that there's a little bit of loose grass there. So the scrum will move about 5 meters upfield. So let's see if the Stormers can do this. One last effort from the Stormers here. Can Ulster keep the Stormers out? Can Ulster keep the Stormers out? They've done it throughout the second half. They just have to do it one more time. The Stormers, on the other hand, just needs to cut out one last error and get the win here. They've had numerous chances, but just the errors have kept them out. Can they stop that errors and get over the try line this time round? Time is up on the clock. One last scrum here. There's no way they're going to scrum Ulster, as the scrums have been very solid today. Herschel Yankees to feed this ball to the last scrum of the game. Can they do this? It's another solid scrum here from Ulster. And that ball, the scrum has gone up again. So we'll have another scrum here. The Stormers trying to milk another penalty. And we will have, it's 3 minutes over the 80 now. And it's a last scrum for the Stormers. Tom O'Toole has stayed down with cramp. Candace count in favor of the Stormers. Remember, Kitsoff and Mulharaber both off the field, with Neetling Forshia and Brock Harris on the field for the Stormers now. It's going to be one last scrum to decide the game here. Sean Claus says 17-15 will be the final score. Let's see if the Stormers can do this, or whether Ulster can keep them up. It's going to take a moment of brilliance from the Stormers and a massive defensive effort from Ulster. It's definitely lived up to the hype here as Milo Sinovic comes onto the field in the place of Tom O'Toole here. 3 minutes over time, and the Stormers need a converted try to win this game. Will we even maybe see extra time in this one? That is going to be huge. Can the Stormers hold on and win this game, or will Ulster keep the Stormers out and win this game? It all comes down to this final scrum as soon as they're going to restart play here. Armand says penalty try, surely. Let's see if that's going to be the case. I haven't seen any dominance from any one of these two teams at scrum time today. This will be the very first time if anything like that happens today. So time is back on, and we will have the scrum here now. Can the Stormers pull this on off, or will Ulster hold on for dear life? Herschel Yankees to feed this ball in to the scrum again. There's no time left on the clock, Etienne. This will be the last move. Herschel Yankees feeds it in. Solid scrum from both sides. Stormers are trying to push this one now, but it's not going to go anywhere. Herschel Yankees off the back. Gets it out to Damien Willems. So he's a meter short of the try line. Herschel Yankees again now. Here van Roos. Roos just short of the try line again. Will that ball come back for the Stormers? Yes, it will. Another opportunity now for them as it comes out to Neetling Forshia. Sets it up. 2 meters out from the try line. Manny Lebok now gets the long cut-out pass. This is going to be try time. And it's Warwick Galant who gets over for the try. Brilliant stuff from the Stormers. And it's all going to come down to this kick here from the Stormers. Unbelievable as the Stormers goes over for the equalizer. It's Warwick Galant who gets the try here. And now a big conversion coming up. We are going to have a look here. Will we see the Stormers try being disallowed here because of some off-field play here? I don't think there's anything into that. So the try will stand, and the scoreboard is 15-all with this conversion to come from Manny Lebok. It's 5 meters out from the left-hand touchline of the field. He's missed all his conversions so far from very similar positions. If he gets this one, the Stormers will host the final next week. Otherwise, we are going to extra time in this one. 5 meters out from the left-hand touchline of the field. He's missed all his conversions so far from very similar positions. If he gets this one, the Stormers will host the final next week. Otherwise, we are going to extra time in this one. 5 meters out from the left-hand touchline of the field. He's missed all his conversions so far from very similar positions. If he gets this one, the Stormers will host the final next week. Otherwise, we are going to extra time in this one. Warwick scores the try that levels the scoreboard, with now Manny Libbok destined to take this kick. 5 meters out from the left-hand touchline. And Libbok will have to try and get this one. No conversions today from him, as he's missed 2 conversions and a drop goal attempt. Can he get this conversion over for the Stormers? 6 minutes over the 80 here. And let's see if this is going to happen or not. Will it happen? Will it happen for the Stormers here? As Manny Libbok lines this one up. 5 meters from the left-hand touchline. Perfect camera angle to see this, so I'll keep you up to date whether it goes over or not. Manny Libbok now stepping forward for this one. Very, very important kick coming up for him. He struck it, and no, it's gone to, well, is it over? Yes, it is. The kick has gone over for the Stormers, and they've done it. It's 17 points to 15. It looked like the kick went to the right of the post, but the touch judges says it's over, and it's 17 points to 15. The Stormers have won this game. They pulled it off and done something miraculously here today. No score in the second half. They've left it to the 86th minute of the game, and they've pulled it off. 17 points to 15 in setting up an all-South African URC final here. It is going to be hosted in Cape Town. It's going to come down to either the Bulls or the Stormers, but the first URC title will be on home soil, on South African soil. So congratulations to the Stormers clinching this game at the death. And to all the Stormers supporters, congratulations and good luck. The Bulls are coming, and hopefully you guys will be ready for them. It's going to be a North-South derby for the URC final, and we couldn't have asked for this at the start of the season. So well done to the South African teams. I will see you guys next time. And again, congratulations to the Stormers, and thank you for each and every one of you who have supported the channel. As you go, don't forget to press the like button and subscribe to the channel, as we will be bringing you guys the final of the URC in the coming week. So until next time, this is the Rugby Guru. Cheers for now.